Nigga fan 007. What up? You good? I'm alive, I'm breathing. Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Fucking head, man.
Dashliving.
Yeah, what's up, people?
Yo, what's going on? Pete, how you, man?
Chilling, man. Can't complain. Just making moves.
Yeah, talk to me. What you been up to recently?
Man, just a lot, man. Just really making a transition from everything I used to do on YouTube to working with a lot of colleges. You know, the mayor out here, we got the mayor elected. So just making a transition from doing what we do, freestyling, creating content, putting things out there on the internet, to just, you know, a whole different world. So a lot of times when you make the transition of your craft, you can't really show it, meaning it's not a visual story or it's not something entertaining. But, you know, the tangible things of how to take your talent and truly monetize off of it and help other people create things, working with youth organizations, schools. So taking that platform, taking that freestyle creativity and making it mean something, you know, into things that's really going to affect us. And, you know, because after you watch a battle, after you watch TV, after you watch a movie, the things that affect you in your community, the things that affect you, you know, your day-to-day situations, you know, you got to hit these school districts. You got to hit your mayor, your councilman. So to even play ball in this arena, you know, is a whole different world that I still represent the battle culture and still represent so many other things when you make the transition into those other arenas.
Okay. Oh, is it hard to make? Is it hard?
Not really. I always say how you do anything is how you do everything. You know, man, you are who you are when you walk in the room. So as long as you got that confidence and you know your craft, you know, I didn't go to college, but to do lectures and to create classes, and I'm in a college atmosphere now, is nothing really different, just different languages and you dealing with different paperwork. But it's really the same thing as long as you go in there with the same attitude.
Okay. That makes sense right there. How do you feel about the battle rap culture going from a sport to a business?
I think it's phenomenal. You know, a lot of people don't see me as active. A lot of people don't know my history. A lot of people don't know what I did, or a lot of people don't know.
The history down, Dash. Let's get into it, Dash.
Word.
Let's break the history down, Dash.
You know, I would say my main platform, the reason I created Undeniable TV was to give New Jersey a platform. You know, it was really kind of dry. It was really kind of dry out here. We ain't had no outlets. We ain't have pretty much of anything, you know. So I'm behind a lot of people. I'm behind a lot of movements. And when I say behind, I don't mean I'm the reason they exist. You know what I mean? A lot of times people don't. I never really was political. I'm not a political person. If you work with me, I'm not about fame. I'm not about jumping in front of the camera. I'm not about snatching what I help you build or what we help each other build. So, you know, a lot of people know as far as the battle world, a lot of what Arsenal was doing in the beginning, I helped them out with it, just a lot of, because, you know, I still got all of that footage. I got Arsenal, couple first interviews with Arsenal character, the way he was on camera. You know, our first interviews really created who Arsenal is, you know what I mean? O-Red, you know, I presented the world to O-Red, you know, Sue Surf. I knew Loaded Lux and Good. So when Sue Surf was first premiered, that was my work right there, you know what I mean? But not to say his talent, and that was Hazy too, putting on, helping Hazy Rule and Block City in the movement. We Go Hard TV, Con Artist, Brad Butter. You know, This Is Twitch. We did the first Smack HD quality battles with Cortez and Marv One. That was the first time they had that HD look. So even Twiz, me and Twiz used to make beats together. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't know that. Twiz went to school for audio engineering. So he talented all the way around. So even creating that New Jersey movement, from even the first person to go out to St. Louis and help the St. Louis movement when I was getting all of the slack, you know, while we helping them. People didn't look at it from a business perspective. If you help other states and other platforms get on, that's going to do nothing but benefit you. You know what I mean? So much, you know, a lot of sitting down with Averb career, you know, that's my brother, man. A lot of things wouldn't happen, you know, if it wasn't for certain blogs. Math wouldn't have never battled Averb if it wasn't for the Murder Mook blog. But that was strategic moves right there, how we put the camera on Murder Mook. And at that time, Averb was, quote unquote, like a PG person, but before PG. That's when the legends of then, Murder Mook, Loaded Lux, wasn't really battling the Averbs. He wasn't really looking at them like that, you know. it wasn't until we did that blog with Murder Mook that Math wanted to battle Averb, and that's what really kind of got Averb where he was at, as far as Averb battling Math, battling Mark One. You know what I mean? So a lot of different things, man. But my thing is, I'm not a talker. I'm not a person that's getting on in front of the camera. I did this, I did that. My thing is about empowering people. So helping out We Go Hard TV, Twiz, Haji Rule. I want to make bosses. I want to help make bosses. I want to empower people, because it's not about going back and forth arguing about pennies. You know what I mean? And that's what kind of turned me off on the battle world, that you got, broke people going back and forth arguing about other broke people. What's the real business? What are we really talking about? How do we really create a platform where we get health benefits, where we can tour, where we understand taxes, because that's going to be the new wave that's going to hit these battle rappers. Yeah, you're getting this amount of money, but are you paying taxes on that money? Do you own your name? What's your contract? Do you own your likeness? Do you know where this content is going to go in the next couple of years? You got to look at different things that's going to benefit you or hurt you in the long run. That, my thing was I was cool with a lot of the rappers and cool with people that was creating the businesses. But my thing is I don't lie for nobody. You know what I mean? So if I'm cool with you and I know where you can make money at, I'm going to tell you where you can make money at. It ain't about me sitting like I sit in another room and I'm better than you. So it's a whole different thing, man. But my thing is always different. How do we empower each other? How do we really create the businesses that where we making enough, where we don't got to separate and allow other entities to come between us and pimp our hustle? Because that's what you see now. You see, not to say loyal, because business ain't loyal. When you're doing business, it's just about the money. So it's not about who your friend or who your boy is, especially when people got to pay bills. You know what I mean?
Right.
But at the end of the day, when you're loyal to something, we together. So now this corporation can't come in with this. So if you look at the smack theme, you can't copy respect. But if you could take pieces of the people that people respect, then it'll look like we could respect these people. When these people have nothing of your best interest when it comes to making moves or when it comes to doing business.
Okay. Well, what kind of advice do you have for up-and-coming battlers? Should they get lawyers for contracts or things that I need? Or what? How do you feel about that?
At the end of the day, everything is free. Everything is free online. Don't just use the internet. www. The World Wide Web. Don't just use the internet to search battles. Don't just use the internet to see who got this battle, who got this league. Understand business. Treat your business just like you treat your craft. Because if you see a lot of what, Lux, my brother, a lot of people think me and Lux had issues. But I remember Lux selling thousands and thousands of DVDs, like no barcode, no nothing, not understanding how the tax world worked. And it's so much, but it's hard to speak when people look at somebody like a superhero and they really like your boy or your brother. So you don't want to say certain things because people may think you're trying to knock somebody, but it's so much. Like when I first started doing my first interviews with Loaded Lux was on the corner rapping with a do-rag, letting anybody shoot him on the camera. I said, Lux, you a brand. What you are is what you represent. You're selling something. Lux is the brand. You're the Nike sign. You need to be presentable. Don't just hop on any camera at any time. You are the brand. You got to make sure you're presentable. Our first interview, I put Loaded Lux in a suit. I put Loaded Lux in a suit. We drove around in a truck. So all of those things, so if you see Lux creating brands, he got the barcode on his DVD. So even holding out on battles where people didn't understand that. And I remember me and you had those conversations, And I remember Hollow the Don making fun of Loaded Lux situation, whether he was homeless or he wasn't, or whether he was out selling DVDs or he wasn't. At the end of the day, your craft, you have to learn how to make your craft lucrative, because if you are hurting, you can't depend on them fans to give you when you are hurting or when you're in a tough situation or when information is absent from you. You don't know how to attack that information. So sometimes it's about sitting down for 2 years, a year, and getting your business right, getting your mind right, getting your family right, getting the things you need to do so when you do move, you can move correctly. But just to make it short and simple, you have to identify what you truly want to do. It don't have to just be about your rap. Find out if you can make money off your personality. Find out if you can make money off any other skill. Like I hear you talk about Daylyt a lot.
Uh-huh.
Think about Daylyt. Daylyt is never going anywhere no time soon, because you got to know it's different worlds that exist on the internet. Like a lot of people say Daylyt do bullshit, right?
Uh-huh.
But you got to understand, it's fans of bullshit. You know what I mean? And the world is billions and billions of fans of bullshit, meaning they don't want to see nothing, they don't want to learn nothing, they just want to laugh. So Daylyt hits so many different fan bases. People that don't watch battle rap, people that hate rap, people that don't, like, kitten is one of the biggest, like a cat, kitten, that's one of the biggest searches in the world because you don't got to speak a language to look at a cat or a cute kitten. So if you look at comedy, comedy is a brand. Ignorance is a brand. Foolishness is a brand. Coonery is a brand. Rap is a brand. So when you create different things to make different people log into you, you just a different brand all around the world. So Daylyt ain't going anywhere because he tapped into racism. He tapped into police brutality. He tapped into homosexuality. So he's going to have gay fans that never tune into battle rap that's going to tune into him. He's going to have people that understand police brutality. So whatever message and whatever signal or symbol he's giving you, he's creating that fan base. And he's merging different worlds and different audiences that will never, ever communicate with each other. Whether you agree with it or not, you know, perception and perspective make your reality. So maybe your perception and perspective is morals, a moral compass. I don't play with being homosexual. I wouldn't play with my son like that. But once that's not another person's perception or perspective, they don't have to follow those rules.
That's true.
So,
but how do you feel about the fans who don't want to see that bullshit? You know what I'm saying? Like you don't think that's hurting battle rap at all when he says, when he goes on Vlad and said the first guy I'm a fucking 2015 is gonna be T.I. You don't think that's overdoing it?
Niggas with Attitude, NWA, Ice Cube is a big time movie director now. Meaning that this world got a short attention span. They created a concept, you know, called ADHD. I'll do some things with Dr. Umar. He just released a book called The Physical Academic Holocaust Against Young Black Boys. ADHD is just like having a flat. You can't go to AutoZone and get a diagnostics that you have a flat. So ADHD is not real. It's not something that you can actually prove. So when you're dealing with fans and when you're dealing with people that think today and don't think tomorrow, anything that could grow ain't permanent. So you may hate something today, you may love tomorrow. You may love something today, you may hate tomorrow. A person's perception or perspective is not permanent. Your next move is you may, like Allen Iverson crossover used to be a carry until he did it so much it got popular and then they made it a move and gave him his own shoe and everything. So until you break rules, you only going to be better. You're only going to be under the person that made the rules for you to follow. So, like I say, whether you agree or not, or whether you agree today, or whether you agree or you don't agree, you know, it is what it is. Like if you want to say who, yeah.
No, it's just hard. My bad for cutting you up. I'm just like, so how should the battlers come up think now? Like, should they even concentrate 100% on the battles anymore?
See, when you're doing entertainment and when you put when money is involved in anything, like shout out to my man Starbuck, wow, he said capitalism don't have a moral base. Whenever money is involved with anything, it tamper with the creativity, it tamper with the foundation of everything. So money will always affect everything. The more entertainment value, the more people you have to entertain. So it's just like the Cassidy, the disaster battle. A lot of people like that. It was a closed room. You got to hear the bars. You got to hear the craft. You got to see the performance close up. You know, so a lot of those tangible things are going to lose when you have to fill an arena up. When you have to entertain people at the same time, you have to give them the craft. But money is always going to affect that. But at the end of the day, you can't pay bills with the potential of something, meaning the fans just liking something, you know, meaning if the fans, let's say you have 10 million fans that just like the craft. And then let's say you have 1 billion fans that like the entertainment. Whatever brings the money, that's where the capitalistic industry is going to go. Like hip-hop, when you look at hip-hop in the early 90s, it was the craft. It was, you had to rhyme. You had to have a concept. You had to be different. When the capitalistic part, the jewels, the cars, the advertisement, when that got involved, now everything goes down the drain because now you have to cater to the consumers. And the consumers might not have the substance. So when you start catering to fans in Dubai, fans in New Zealand, fans in all around the world, they're not attached to that same struggle. They're not attached to that same feeling and emotions. When Biggie said it was all a dream, and you actually feel that verse and you feel those vocals, the fan in Dubai or the fan in Japan, he's not attached to them emotions. He don't know what a block actually look like. He don't know what selling crack in your shoe feel like. So he's only attached to the entertainment value because it don't mean the same thing. That's your perception and perspective. So the fan is going to change with the money because the consumers or the advertiser want to reach that fan in Dubai again. So how do we reach that fan? We reach them with Vanilla Ice. So let's make 10 more Vanilla Ices.
Wow. Makes sense.
You know? But I agree. You know, I agree with the battle rap. I agree with, you know, like I said, just I've seen this years ago when I had the opportunity to establish my brand really strong. I was one of the strongest brands online. You know, I didn't really want to interview the big time people. I wanted to start with the battle rappers. I wanted to start with that new fresh talent. This is where we created 16-bar breakdowns. This is where we brought you that just different raw content. You know, I wanted to keep the essence. I wanted to show you what, because, you know, hip-hop, rap, lyrics is a language. So I used to look at Loaded Lux rhymes, and people used to argue what he was talking about. They didn't know what the hell he was talking about. I said, Lux, you can't reach a fan base if people don't know what you're saying. It's like you're rapping in Spanish. Yeah, people may feel your vibe, but they don't know what you're saying. So that's why I created 16-bar breakdown, so people could actually go into the in-depth thoughts of what you actually meant. You know what I mean? So it's a language when Eminem rap. It's a language when Macklemore rap. It's a language when Kumo D, Rakim. It's a language when Goods get on stage, when Averb get on stage. I remember being at the first Fight Club battle with Young Ill and Arsenal. And Ill said his first couple of lines and everybody laughed at him because his cadence sound different. I remember being in St. Louis like, yo, everybody know y'all. And they ain't believe that people knew them. You know what I mean? So it's just a different language, how you want to approach it, how you want to attach it, how you want to open it up. But it's definitely growing. It's going to be up and down. It's going to take its falls. It's going to take its flaws because the battle rap industry, the culture, is either you go through your ups and downs individually or you wait for the corporation to come and design it for you and snatch it from you because it has to be work. Once the corporations bring, you know, once they bring the tax foundation, once they bring the medical, once they bring the business, the corporate realm to this craft where people is just bringing the art, they're going to take the whole industry with them. You know, because now it's raw. Now you're seeing the mistakes. You're seeing the mistakes on stage. You're seeing the mistakes in footage. You're seeing the mistakes in content. You know, but it has to go that way. You're seeing Daylyt being you could say he being a complete idiot, but he's really testing what he can and can't do. 5 years from now, Daylyt could stop everything he's doing, but still be the biggest. It's just like Little B. Like I said, I use Little B as an example a lot of times. Little B have an album titled "I'm Gay." I got AIDS. So if you look at Little B, and Little B got 10,000 pages on Google, AIDS got 1 billion. I'm Gay got 1 billion pages. So once you merge the two brands together as a digital search title, now Little B just did a feature with AIDS. So when AIDS, you search AIDS, Little B name pop up. So now when you search Diddy, Daylyt come up. Now when you search Gay, Daylyt come up. Now when you search Ku Klux Klan, Daylyt come up. Now when you search T.I., Daylyt come up. Daylyt is really merging the culture in different people's search engines. That's all Daylyt is doing. That's called search engine optimization for people who run and who do the internet and who understand the internet. It's a whole science behind his stupidness that we think is stupid. But he's actually being a fool for different cultures and different worlds and different realms. Like he's battling 50 Tyson. If you look at the comedians and the spoof and the comedy blogs, that culture is way bigger than the battle rap culture because you don't have to think. You could just laugh. You could just be happy. It's not a language and something that's funny. So people, they're going to tune on to that blog because it's funny. They're going to watch that battle because it's funny, not because they actually got to listen. It's just like the songs that play in the club. It's entertaining. You don't got to listen. Whether it's going to help or hurt the craft, who knows? We got to sit back and see because we watching something. But people like you, people like y'all movement, Angry Fan, your movement ain't gonna go nowhere either, because it's people that still gonna want hope. It's people that still gonna want the truth. It's people that still gonna want your voice. Your voice is gonna always be relevant as long as you stick to what you believe in. And upcoming battle rappers, you don't gotta do what Daylyt do. You don't gotta go that far. But stick to what you believe in and sell what you believe in. It's always gonna be a consumer to what you're selling as long as you're consistent with it. Like females buy fake eyelashes. They already got them, but somebody promoted them to the point where the females think they need them. But if we was all business partners and I came to y'all with an idea saying, yo, I want to sell eyelashes, you wouldn't believe that would sell. So as long as you're consistent with whatever you're selling, it's going to be a consumer for you.
That's true. That's true. Shit. But how does that?
Like I was in class.
It makes sense what you're saying, but there has to be some good and some bad ones too. It's a risk anytime you do anything, correct?
Yeah, definitely. Life is good and bad. Life is a risk. Every day you wake up,
right?
And that's the beauty of life. You don't know if you're gonna be here. You know what I mean? Like I teach a class on video media in Newark. You know, for 2 summers, I lost kids that I was working with. You know what I mean? So I don't even know if it's gonna be my last day taping them. You know what I mean? Like I'm taping these kids and I'm looking at them like, damn, this little dude crazy. You know what I mean? And then, boom, they gone. So everything is a risk. Everything is a risk. You know what I mean? Whatever level. Same thing you're talking about. You know what I mean? You said you want to talk about the police brutality, what's going on. It's risk in everything. You know what I mean? But it's a risk whether you do it or whether you don't do it. You know what I mean? So somebody gonna live both parts. Somebody gonna live the risk, and somebody gonna live the benefit.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So you're up north right now. Speaking of that, how's the vibe, the tension between the police and citizens up north?
Man, look. You remember a couple of weeks ago, you hit me up about this topic, and I said I didn't really want to talk about it because I didn't want to go left.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I mean by that. Let me tell you, a dummy is always right because they don't have enough information to be wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
and that basically means, you know, you can't borrow understanding. You can't throw a diet on somebody. You know what I mean? So when you have to learn something, when you have to sit down and let information digest in you, you can't riot information. You can't scream information. You can't be upset and throw information. We got to sit down, learn, understand the law, understand the judicial system. We got to understand how they play. We got to understand how we create an atmosphere and we create a system where we allow certain things to happen. You know, because black people don't know. We don't know where we related at. We don't know where we related at. Color don't make you related. You know, it's a black Bentley and it's a black Bentley and it's a black Ford Focus. Jews, they have a uniform, they have a culture, they have morals. You know you're gonna get backlash if you buy the Jews, if you buy the Asians, if you buy the Caucasians, because most of them have one rule, one line, one moral, one system. You know, I just put this on Facebook. The minute people can purchase your misery, nobody will respect your struggle.
Damn.
And if you kill my son and you pay me and then I don't care no more, tell me what happened in all the last cases. What happened? People can purchase our pain. And it's the same thing. It's the same thing. And I don't mean to be long-winded, man. You ask me one question and I go, but I just mean, you know, we got to start doing research. We got to start understanding the law because it's all about information. It's all about information. Like I said, a lot of people don't get, a lot of people don't understand why I never showed myself. A lot of people don't understand what I try to do when I connect the internet. A lot of people don't understand, when I'm in City Hall and I got the mayor watching undeniable TV or battles, and I'm like, look, we could take this and we could do this because it's about the population. It's about the people. You know what I mean? One of the first mayor's blogs was on Undeniable TV. He's the mayor of Newark now.
Wow.
You know, but like I said, it's about connecting the two. So once you do the tangible things that mean something, you might lose the audience and you might lose the people. But when you're really on the ground and you're really in the school systems and you're really with the youth organizations and you really have political power, now it's just about trying to connect them. And you play a part in that. The battle rappers play a part in that. You know, what Lux tried to do, play a part in that. Because it's about information. After you watch a battle, what is your life about? You know, after you talk about all them guns you're using in the battle, how can we complain about police brutality and black on whatever you want to say? Some people say black on black crime don't exist, but I work with a mortician. I know the thousands of people he buried. I see him. I go in the funeral home and I see bullets in these young kids' head. It's real. You know what I mean? So it's all in how you look at it. Something that's normal to you. So death is not different over here in New York or Newark. They're used to these bodies dropping. So just because a cop kill you, you know, it may be a digital. This is a digital revolution. Like, people only care online. The same young man that got killed, you just walked past him 8 days in a row. You didn't care about him yesterday. You know what I mean? So my thing is, and this is why this is what I said before. You know, my thing is I can say certain things and I can make people disagree with me and they'll comment and they'll say I'm an idiot and who I think I am. But the truth deletes debate because it's not my opinion or your opinion. So when I say something true, it only matters if you're going to research what I think you should research, or if you're going to install that information in what you need in you. Because, like I said, a dummy is always right because they don't have enough information to be wrong. So if somebody want to stay dumb, there's nothing I can do. That person is always going to be arguing his opinion and not the truth. You know, it's a reason. Like, you got to understand law. You got to understand why it was implemented in the first place. You got to understand how you connect and truly gain power. You know what I mean? And if you don't, then it's always going to be a business. I speak in prisons. You don't know how it feels to go inside an office with people drinking coffee and fax machines, and and it's a prison. Like, yo, people really come to work to prison, and then you go in the doors where we in there, you know, your boys in there. You know what I mean? And a peppermint is like $1 million, and an envelope and a stamp is like $1 million. You know what I mean? Because people can't afford stamps and stuff like that. But to walk in an office with people where you could talk to people and they laughing and joking and on the phone, and then you walk through that office and you walk into prison, and that'll blow your mind. You know what I mean? But when you open up those perspectives, when you allow yourself to see those things, when you allow yourself to connect to a battle world, to a political world, to doctors, to lawyers, all through a camera. I connect all of these people from a camera. And then I sit in these worlds and I see what's going on. You know what I mean? But then you need a way to interpret it. You know what I mean? And that's what Loaded Lux tried to do. I remember sitting with Lux. Lux wanted to quit. Like, when you see that blog with Lux talking about not being appreciated, he wanted to speak. Huh?
He was in the kitchen, right?
Yeah. You know, that was the time Lux really wanted to say something. I remember we did the first 16-bar breakdown, and Loaded Lux said polarities. Loaded Lux got an amazing vocabulary. And somebody made a blog laughing at Loaded Lux that he said polarities. He used a big word. Like, it's like we you know, you get made a fool of if you try to be dumb. And whenever you speak, it's like you trying to be intelligent. But when you dumb, you just dumb. You know what I mean? But you acting smart, and that's the problem. Or you know what I mean? But I call that manufactured thought syndrome, because I'm also working on a book. And manufactured thought syndrome is basically these movies, this content created people's minds. So it's like 3 movies. If somebody speak, you say, who you think you is, Malcolm X? That's in Boys in the Hood. That's Menace to Society. So when somebody can't think, you already give them a premeditated thought, and that's what they're going to say. If somebody right now listening to the show, who he think he is, Malcolm X? And that's not even their own thought. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, this is why I do what I do, because it's better off to do the work than to want followers from it, because you're going to get the dummies to disagree with you because they're too lazy to do the work. The work make you humble. You know, the work make you humble. The work make you appreciate other people. The work make you know how deep it really is. You know what I mean? And you ain't really got time for the entertainment. because you want to bring it back. But then when you get caught up in entertainment, this is why I never got on camera. This is why I never got caught up in the world of the star. I could care less. You know what I mean? I study the comments. I study how people think. You know what I mean? But I don't even mean to get all deep, but you know what I mean?
It makes sense, though. I mean, shit, you're getting a whole lot of love right now, too. On Twitter and all that. You're getting a whole lot of love right now, B.
I appreciate it, man. Like a lot of people would be surprised, you know, to know the things I turned down. You know what I mean? To know the interviews and to know like things I'm connected to that I never said nothing about. Because, like I said, you know, when you inspire people, you're accountable for your inspiration. You know what I mean? Because now people want you to be. Look, for everybody that's listening, let me show you how real it is. Like, I want y'all to search King Nah CBS News interview. That's KINGNAHH. KINGNAHH. And Angry Fan, if you could put that interview on your fan page. That's my son. That's my little man. He 9 years old. He's 40 years old in his mind. If you watch that interview and listen to his mind, listen to my little man mind, and that's what it's about. It's about when you want to talk about the law, who do we have representing us that could truly speak and that could truly change something? You know what I mean?
True.
So it's deeper than the conversation. It's deeper than the Skittles and the iced tea, because they're making money off our pain. You know what I mean? And that's why I say, like, the minute you allow yourself to be bought, the minute it's a price tag on your struggle, you ain't worth nothing. You know what I mean? So our struggle could be bought, and then our pain, they gonna kill you. They gonna make a movie off your death. You know what I mean? They gonna make T-shirts off you, Twitter pages. You know what I mean? But you here right now, and nobody give a damn about you. Who was Mike Brown? Who was Mike Brown when he was alive?
Damn, true.
But it take you to die for people to want to put you on a profile, for people to want to put a hoodie on. It's Mike Browns in every ghetto in America, or every hood, but nobody care about them. Like I sit with these kids all day, every day. I know kids that go to Malcolm X High School and don't know who Malcolm X is.
Damn. How you feel about that?
At the end of the day, man, it's just about the work. You know what I mean? It's really nothing. Not to say speaking and talking don't inspire people, but it's nothing. Because I'm not doing it for entertainment. You know, you really got to touch kids. Like this summer, I have 40 kids in my class. The first time they've been to New York, I do something in my class where I got a green screen, and I let the kid get in front of the green screen, and I ask them where they want to be. And then I make it in a video that they're in New York, and that's the first time they've been in New York. But when you look in their eyes, you see how bad they really want more. But what we doing though, like what we doing is men. What we doing is females. You know what I mean? We twerking, we turning up, we doing everything else, which is cool. But at the end of the day, what's important? You know what I mean? So if you don't care about building nothing, you can't complain when somebody come destroy it because you didn't care anyway. So that's what you got. That's what you got going on in New York and all around the world. Nobody care about black life. Black life don't matter. You can go outside right now and see what black life don't matter. Black life don't matter to black people. We don't give a damn about each other. You know what I mean? Somebody outside starving. Hey, yo, can you move down the street? You know what I mean? We not bringing them nothing. So when we tell the truth, that's when we can identify our problem. You know what I mean? But you know, we've been manipulated. We've been traumatized, and we're afraid. We're afraid to speak. They say, yo, don't speak because they're going to kill you. Ain't they killing us anyway? You might as well die saying something. You know what I mean? But for those that don't know what Dashliving means, that's what Dashliving means. You know, if you look at a tombstone, you see the date you born, you see the dash in the middle, and we don't know when we're going to die. You know what I mean? So we all dash living. The dash in the middle is you only worth your memory. So everything you're doing right now is what you're worth.
Damn, that's sweet. Right. Hey, Dad, do any artists come to you for advice on the regular?
Man, if I told y'all so many careers and things that I was behind, You know what I mean? Y'all will bug out.
Probably not, though. I probably won't bug out. You know what you're talking about.
I mean, I'm behind a lot of stuff, man. But like I said, I'm not about fame. I'm not about.
Yeah.
I'm not about. I got to put my name on that because I don't got to put my name on nothing. You know what I mean? So I'm behind a lot of stuff. I'm behind a lot of things that I just play my part. But I tell you one thing. Like, if people remember, like when Verb was down here and something happened and he said he got locked up.
Yeah. Somebody tried to find out the story. He said or some shit like that.
Yeah, like people may think like, yo, boom, how you get out or something. Like I said, like that's when it count when you know people. That's when it count when you connect it. That's when it count when you actually take the time to expand yourself. Now, like I'll tell everybody my story. I ain't know. You know what I mean? I didn't know how to read till I was 17, foster home, struggled like everybody else. But at the end of the day, you take initiative. You take initiative to build yourself. Same thing with Undeniable TV, man. Like, I seen the battle culture in 2009 in my head like it is now. And I knew it was going to be like this. So this is why I'm worn out now and it kind of bored me now. Not to say boring, but I'm just on so many other things. My mind moves quick. You know what I mean? Like, I see the next wave coming. So this is why I step back, and this is why I don't create as much content and do as much things. Like I said, I'm doing the tangible things that count. We're creating production companies where I got 40 kids in my class. So can you imagine my mind and 40 kids?
Yeah.
If they could stop dying. And like I said, I got the real footage of kids that's just gone. You know what I mean? I got the footage. My son was on the news. You know, he was speaking about violence and somebody got shot while he was talking about violence, you know what I mean? So this is real issues, you know what I mean? This is real issues that, like, I'm happy you even allow me to speak about it. But this is where what Loaded Lux do can't be a joke. It can't be looked at as funny, like, because you got to know hip-hop is a language. Ignorance is a language. You know what I mean? So this is why I don't try to really get on a platform and try to speak better than them. I try to meet people right at their level because I was dumb my whole life. Like I said, I couldn't read and write. I was dumb my whole life. So I know what it feels like to guess everything. So I know when I speak, I'm talking to somebody that don't comprehend. You know what I mean? So when you understand that other people don't understand, it's your job to reach them. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people are stuck where you grew from. You know what I mean? Everybody don't make it from first grade, meaning we 20, we 30, but it's a lot of 30-year-old niggas still in first grade. Mentally.
Yeah, mentally, yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? And that's where that gangster shit come from. And that's where that thug and that aggression, because dudes is high in that pain. Dudes is high in that pain, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like I said, I sit down with these kids every day. I go to the prisons and I see the beginning, I see the end, I see the people that care, I see the people that don't care. You know, I always say, do you help the helpless or do you profit off of them? You know what I mean? It's a lot of money and benefiting off misery. You know what I mean? But when you care, it ain't really going, you know, because like I said, I could have easily did what World Star did. I could easily do what Vlad do. Man, I got the internet down to the science. I could easily make $1 million every day off the internet. But it's certain things I'm just not going to do.
I feel you. You ain't going to sell your soul and shit.
It ain't even that. You know what I mean? I don't even, the Illuminati concept, sell your soul, that don't even exist to people that truly understand. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like I said, perception and perspective. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Somebody will eat cooked garbage. Well, really, it's really places in the world that eat cooked garbage.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? People will eat whatever you get them because, like I said, it's consumers out there to everything you want to sell. So World Star do an amazing job at what they do. So I will never knock Q. You got to remember, we all dudes from the hood is coming up that we trying. Like you just hopped up in your garage, probably thought you was talking one day. You ain't even know you was going to connect to millions of people around the world. Your voice means something. You know what I mean? And then you have other people where it may not mean something. But at the end of the day, just do you. Focus on you because we need you too. We need World Star. We need World Star to make us look at us and be like, yo, we bullshit. This is really us? That's really us on World Star. And that's why I say Black Lives don't matter. The minute you can log on and see us bashing each other head in and kicking people kids, that's our real situation. You know what I mean? Because you got to look at a couple years from now, like what Martin Luther King said, we content of our character. 10 years from now, this content is going to represent who we are. If I'm deaf and we look at us, who are we?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's why it matters when you speak. That's why it matters when you reach people with your voice. That's why it matters when you understand true power. That's why it matters when you understand the people that create our curriculum. That's why it matters when you understand the judicial system, because it's deeper than just talking, and it's deeper than just looking like you're doing something. You got to have, anybody could come meet me, and I can show you my students. I can show you what I do. You know what I mean? I can show you what I do. Go look at my little man. Go look at my son. You know what I mean? And you can see evidence of what I do. But like I said, I don't want to bore y'all out, man. You know what I mean? Anytime you hit me, I'm up here as far as whatever you need me to talk about. You know what I mean? But,
now, hold up. I got a name for you. This blurt out whatever comes to your mind when I say this name.
All
right?
Yeah.
President Obama.
Brilliant dude. You know what I mean? Brilliant dude. A lot of people may not agree with how we move, but at the end of the day, when you understand a machine, it's only so much you can and can't do. You know what I mean? We in a machine. This is a machine. Let me break down a machine to you. Like, we complain about paying taxes. We complain about a lot of things. But when I say a machine, like, you woke up and you said it was Wednesday today, right?
Yeah.
So if me and you write a song, you want to be played off your intellectual property, right?
Correct.
Somebody wrote our days of the week, the month, our system, the way we look at the highway. This is somebody's intellectual property. You going to pay them. This is a system that exists, that you live in. They want their money.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So what you wake up and call normal, somebody created that. Somebody created the months. Somebody created time. Somebody created your concept of broke, when being broke ain't even real, because you can't be broke all around the world on the same level. You're broke is another person's rich. You know what I mean? But somebody made you believe you broke. You know what I mean? So like Damian Marley said, evangelists making videos of the little kids with the swollen ribs, exploiting the images, and this is what the image is. So they go to Africa, tape kids, and they show us, and we give money to them. So Boys in the Hood, Minister Society, that's our image of being the African kids. When they show us around the world on the corner with a long white tee, that's us if we was the kid in Africa with the big belly. You know what I mean? But when you understand pimping the people's plight, you know what I mean? And our plight is lucrative. Like slave movies is lucrative. They make millions of dollars off slave movies. They make millions of dollars off our pain. They make millions of dollars off our struggle. You know, our plight is lucrative. And then we so addicted to our plight, we get up and we share our pain every day. We share negativity. We share, this person just got stabbed. This person just got robbed. This person, look at battle rap. You gotta kill somebody to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? like, you just got killed. Like, even in our subconscious terminology, we still killing each other. And you don't understand that words mean something. But like I say, I don't want to be who I think I am, Malcolm X, or none of that right now. So it is what it is. But Barack Obama, he's a part of a piece. It's not a lot he can and can't do. But when you're in the system, you gotta play the game. You know what I mean?
I'll show you on that. Damn. Yeah, I never really thought about that whole broke concept. Someone programmed you to think you was broke.
I always say a poor man's mind is a rich man's idea.
Jesus Christ. Dash, you killing me, Dash.
Nah, it's real talk. Let me leave you with this. You know what I mean? It's called the Wizard of Oz syndrome. You know what I mean? The Wizard of Oz syndrome. If you look at that movie and really look at that movie and what that movie represented, you know what I mean? 30% of the people in the world are cowards, right?
Okay.
They're afraid. They're scared of their own shadow. You know what I mean? They can have all the potential in the world but won't move. They're afraid. That's 30% of the people in the world. They're cowards. You have another 30%. They're heartless. They have the talent. They have the skills. They have the you know, the tangible things to create everything they want to do, but they're heartless. They can't move. So that's 60% of the people, cowards and heartless. Then you have brainless people. You got people that get paid $6 an hour, still look at their check like they're going to see something different. People that go to church and get nothing from it. You know, you got brainless people, do things they don't know why they do it. That's 90% of the world. Cowards, brainless people, and heartless people. The people that rule the world is the thinkers, and that's the 10%. Is the thinkers. When you use your mind and you allow yourself to conquer your fear, your mind, your heart, that's how you control something. So if you look at that movie and you look at the Yellow Brick Road, you look at life, and you look at the odds, you look at the dude that ruled the world, he was scared, he was afraid too. But at the end of the day, he used his mind to control everything. And the thinkers run the world. Thinkers only thrive off thinkers. Because once you allow your heart don't think, it only feels. So you can't really talk to a man that's telling you what he feel all the time. What you think? What do you know? Stop telling me what you feel. You know what I mean? So 10% of the people rule the world, and that's the thinkers. That's the Wizard of Oz syndrome. So that goes down to people that think Illuminati. Illuminati, broke people hang with broke people. Homeless people hang with homeless people. You know what I mean? So a powerful people that understand knowledge, wisdom, understanding, creating, you are everything, that person, those people have to be together. So whether you call it a secret society, whatever you want to call it, power thrives off power. Because like I said, you can't borrow understanding. A wealthy person can't throw wealth on another. Like wealthy people could probably want all the people in the world to be wealthy. But wealth is something internal, you know, because I could give a homeless man $1 million today. That bum is only going to buy a deeper hole for himself, because money is only worth what you spend it on. You know what I mean? So if you don't have the mind to be wealthy, to understand how wealth and money works, you always going to be broke with a pocket full of money.
Jesus Christ, no. Man, sheesh.
But like I said, you know what I mean?
I could have sat here and listened to this for 3 hours, seriously.
I'll try to tell you. And you know what's crazy about it is that, I don't know if you heard, I ain't trying to, well, I am trying to keep you a little bit. I'm not going to, you're dropping the mad bombs on us right now. But you made me think just now about the whole Mav Diz situation. Like that, it seemed like a good idea. I don't know. It's crazy now how I listened to this interview.
What you mean by it?
Okay, well, they're supposed to be fighting for $100,000, right? But now I'm thinking about it like, well, damn, it's obvious the dude who's setting it up for the $100K is going to make so much more. Yeah. Like, that $100K, if he had that $100K, he may think he broke.
he going to make millions off of it.
Yeah, so that $100K don't mean nothing to him. Until Math and Diz, it's like, yo, that's life-changing money right there to him. He's thinking like that. That's like $1 to me right there. I'm only doing it because I'm going to make this much.
Look, like I said, you got to understand the science of how things work. You know what I mean? Like, a homeless man's struggle is worth nothing. But a wealthy man that was homeless, his struggle was worth everything. You know what I mean? So you got to understand, if cannabis would have sold notebooks, he'll probably be rich right now. Your downfall is worth way more than your come up.
Yo, Dash, that was so. My dude, can you say it again? That was real right there, yo.
I wouldn't know how to repeat it if I wanted to. I'm just talking to you right now.
Downfall is worth more than your come up.
I'm the cannabis. He says cannabis sold notebooks. He'd probably be rich right now. That is crazy.
Look at the Mimi sex tape. They put that out, and she thought she was sexy. She didn't know that shower rod was going to be popular. What did she start selling?
Shower rods, her own.
So you got to understand, a lot of people run from their biggest success, and your biggest success is your downfall. Because your downfall is going to make you so much money. Because why you think when black people get successful, they got to be a part of the devil? Because black people are so internally broke. Anything of a certain amount of success, we automatically think that we can't accomplish it. That's why people like things to stay underground. Subconsciously, we like it to stay underground because we don't want to lose it. And the minute it reaches a certain amount of success, we feel like we don't belong to it anymore. And that's a sickness right there. that's telling you don't know your value.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So when Loaded Lux want 40K, I'm like, Lux, 40K ain't enough. I'm looking at the internet, they looking at him like he crazy. But a year or two later, Cassidy getting two, you know, whatever he got. So you got to look at it, man. Like, nobody can tell you your value. You worth what you say you worth. Like, the world job is to manipulate your value. When you get a girl, you telling her anything. You know what I mean? But if she know her value, or if you know your value, nobody can tamper with you. You know what I mean? So you got to understand. When you say you worth something, that's what you worth.
Period.
Whatever you doing for free, ask the next man why he charged for it.
Yo, do you peep how he makes it all tie in together, though? From the visual, but peep it, though, like the visual with the green screen with the kids, right? Like he's giving them the visual so they can project that into their everyday life, so they can see that, you know, it's just hope for the future. And then, like, yo, son, this shit is ill. Like, he's tying shit all together. Like, it all comes back to the visual. Yo, son, this shit is ill, son.
Hey, look, you funny, though. I'm going to let you know how real it is, though. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to tell you, man, like, having interviews, having the privilege to sit at tables with doctors, having the privilege to sit at tables with lawyers, having the privilege to do college lectures. Like, I'm gonna let you know what I go through inside. Like, I'll be at the table, like, man, what the hell am I doing here? Like, you know, feeling vulnerable, like I don't belong, you know. But when I finish and I look at these odds, I look at these people that, you know, pass the bar and this and that, and they looking at me, you know, because it's one thing that these quote unquote educated people can't tap into. They don't know how it feels. When I used to rap and used to write rhymes, I used to write. You know, like I said, I didn't know how to read. I didn't know how to write. But I used to write the words I could spell, and then I used to draw what I couldn't. They don't know how it feels to do that. They don't know how it feels to guess everything. They don't know how it feels to accept being dumb. Know you dumb and know you can't change it. So if us right now on this phone was to create something, it's one thing we can't neglect, or it's one thing we got to stop being afraid of. You know, being called crazy is underrated. Being called stupid is underrated. To create anything, you got to start with nothing.
Right.
All your thoughts, everything you create, everything you know, everything you don't know, it starts with nothing. Even when you count 0, 1, 2, and you go up. You know what I mean? So knowing how to tap into that me that didn't know how to read, write, this is how I create. This is how I can sit at a table, digest what these doctors and lawyers talking about, but go right back to the block and go, yo, man, look, do y'all know y'all got this? If y'all doing this, hey, you an OG, right? You got 50 people under you. You know they need these people, and this is how you tie it back into and make everything make sense. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, when you're doing real work, you're doing real information, a lot of times you do have to worry about people that don't want that exist. They don't want that to exist. You know, because the minute you wake people up, the smart person that want to profit off that dummy, you a threat now.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like I said, they're gonna kill you even if you don't say something. So you know, you might as well say something. You know what I mean? You might as well say something. You might as well mean it. While you say it, you might as well be confident. Like y'all got to see what Loaded Lux did, and you got to know how that could have went left. How you in a room full of niggas making them feel ashamed about themselves for being niggas. You know what I mean? You gotta know how like career ending that could have been if that went left. I've seen X Factor try to do it. X Factor tried to say Goods was, you know, Gucci taking pictures of his shoes. You telling that to a room of people that take pictures of their shoes. You know, and it didn't work for him. You know, Loaded Lux embodied it. He put it in his soul. He meant it when he said it. He captivated people. He touched people that wasn't into battle rap. And that's the thing about when you got a voice and when you say it and when you mean it, and you, like Jay-Z. Jay-Z said, first I had an ear, now I had a heart. It's a difference between a buzz, following, and consumers. The buzz is when people hear you. The following is when they believe in you.
Mm-hmm.
And the consumers is when they want to support you now.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So it's a difference. And that's the difference between the PG and the battle rappers that's on, because they have a following. Lux have a following. Verb has a following. Mook has a following. Math has a following. And people that will support them because they believe in their journey. So this is why Hot Pockets, no matter if you make a cheesesteak Hot Pocket, it's not a real cheesesteak. You know what I mean? So if these battle rappers coming up sounding, the sound ain't going to do it because you don't embody it. It's not really you. It didn't come from you. You know what I mean? So it's not, you didn't make you. You sat down and let somebody create you for you. You took parts and pieces and added that to you. Nobody could duplicate you. So when you go in and you put you together and you get on stage with you, that's how you tap into the world. But a lot of times people want to take this and take that, and it don't mean nothing to nobody.
Wow.
Nah, man, it's love. I appreciate
this is like
the platform.
The Sunday sermon. This is like the Sunday sermon where the preacher is talking directly at you.
Nah, it's love. Hopefully I don't get too much attention. You know what I mean? I definitely want the words to touch people and mean something. You know what I mean? So that's always a plus.
Definitely, bro. I don't see how anybody could say anything negative. To be honest with you,
it ain't even negative. You know what I mean? Like I say, I always like being low. You know what I mean? Because when you really move, I'd rather touch 1,000 instead of be in front of 1,000.
Mhm.
I feel you.
You know what I mean?
Hey man, you touched me, bro. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
I appreciate it, man. Like I say, like you got to know you got the same power, man. Even you know the way you deliver it. You know what I mean? Because like I told you, like when you clicked over, I'm like, yo, man, I don't know much about the new battle rap world. You like, I ain't gonna put you on blast. It's like, you know, and it ain't even that, you know, because like I said, I built a lot. A lot of people don't even know that I still play a part in their journey. Like I said, shout out to We Go Hard and all the people that I help. You know what I mean? But like I say, I never want to take credit for anybody because I try to help thousands of people and not. See, it's a difference when people want you to do something for them. The minute they allow you to do it for them, they can't empower themselves to own their own. The difference with everybody who actually made it, they put the work in to be themselves. You know what I mean? And nobody could put the work in for you to be you. You know what I mean? And that's the same thing. And I could equate everything back to battle rap. The minute you think you're going to battle a rapper with a name to build a fan base, you're really not. You know what I mean? Because you just got the other person audience to watch you for a minute. You know what I mean? You really got to put the blood, sweat, tears. Somebody got to see your energy and believe in you, and that's how you build a following. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't have no blog. I don't really, you know, have anything out there. You know what I mean? 'Cause it's not about that for me. You know what I mean? But a lot of people in the battle rap world, you need to be popular. You need to have the fame. You really need to say something. And all of that is understanding. Like these are all things that me and every battle rapper talked about when I built with them. You know what I mean? And talked with them, and we had to sit down. And I said, yo, you need to do this. There's a lot of battle rappers and just people in general I can look at and tell them what they need to do to be where they need to be. You know what I mean? Because it's hard to watch the world you star in. So when you don't really know what you are to other people. You know what I mean? Or you don't really know your strengths. So they just rapping and just use words, but they don't know how impactful when they get on that stage. You know, like Loaded Lux, like when you walk in Models and you see you going to get this work on T-shirts, like you hit Nike. Like you are in pop culture now.
Wow.
That came from his notebook. His notebook hit the world. Your notebook is a part of the world. You know what I mean? So it's deep. You know what I mean? It's deep. And you better believe more people watching than you think. You know, you think watching. More people listening. More people tuning in than you think are tuning in. So this is why you always got to say something. I don't really do interviews. A lot of people don't call me because I don't carry the fame thing because I never built that. You know what I mean? I never wanted to build that. I always kept my name on the low. Yo, what's up? You know what I mean? But when I do speak, bang, you're going to remember something. You're going to remember something. Yeah.
I'm going to say you, Iron Solomon, and Doggy Dollars are probably like my top three. Shout out to everybody else, but like y'all be talking that shit when y'all come on.
Man, I think.
Nah, definitely, man. Like I got definitely Doggy Diamonds. That's my dude, man. I say, man, when you in the room and you ain't about the money, you a threat to the people that's all about the money. Because they know you're going to move with morals, and they know you're going to move honestly. They know you don't really want to, you know what I mean? Like, just like with Lux. Like, a lot of people thought me and Loaded Lux was beefing because people would hit me up, and I told them the truth. Like, but I'm telling the world what I tell my brother all the time. You know what I mean? Like, I tell Lux things to his face, even though we ain't talking a minute or whatever the case, but I ain't talked to a lot of people because I've just been doing so many other things. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I don't tell the truth because I know you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I tell the truth no matter who's speaking upon it or who asking about it. You know what I mean? But I love Lux like a brother. You know what I mean? But just because I love you like a brother don't mean I'm alive for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? But we got to all understand it's a difference and it's a transition when you finally accumulating your value. Because for so long, people will rip you off. People won't give you what you're worth. And it's two different values. It's two different value systems. You know, it's the so if I have a platform and I put you on my platform, it's the money opportunity that people are going to know you. People are going to be able to click on you. You're getting exposure. That's money too. You know what I mean? And it's the paper money. It's the paper money that you'll be able to spend and do what you need to do. But sometimes not taking that $300 and getting that exposure is worth way more than that $300. But a lot of people don't think like that. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't think like that. And even in Lux's case, a lot of people do business with Lux. Lux brand will bring you exposure. So if you're a cameraman, if you're a producer, and you're doing everything for free, and then when Loaded Lux finally get money, now you want to be paid. That's not in a contract. That's not what you asked for. You know what I mean? So your blood, sweat, and tears probably helped Lux, but at the same time, Loaded Lux brand brought you people to your brand. You know what I mean? So a lot of people need to understand. Yeah.
See, now that you say it like that, so how do you feel? I don't even know what's going on with the PGs have contracts now, and some of them are leaving, saying that they're not making enough money, but they're on the actual URL brand. And there's a whole bunch of back and forth going on between them. And KG the Poet looked at it like shout out to KG the Poet. He pretty much is saying, like, when you go to URL, yeah, you should be battling, but you should be worried about branding yourself also because you're on their stage. So now your worth is way more. You know what I mean? So do you think that battle should look at it like that also? Like, don't just go there to battle, but try to get shirts popping, try to get this and that going on. You know what I mean?
I got the perfect metaphor for that. How much is the diamond in the dirt worth?
Talk about it.
Nah, real talk. Until you put the diamond in the proper place to where it could be seen, it's worth nothing.
It's worth nothing.
It's just like the dude that stole the diamond from the airport and he sold it for $20 in a bag of weed. He ain't even know his value. He ain't even know what he was selling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't care if you a dope rapper and you can rap and you got lyrics. There's a bunch of dope rappers. That don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? The biggest diamond is still in the dirt. It's basketball players that's better than Jordan right now. They on 125th Street sleeping out a garbage can. You know what I mean? Because they ain't get the exposure. So a diamond in the dirt is worth nothing. When you get on URL, you're being exposed. So if you a diamond, if you have the value and you what you claim you're worth, you should recognize and realize you need exposure.
Wow. That's man, that's so deep it's not even funny right there. Wow.
Real talk.
Yo, Dash, let me ask you, is there a common, you said you sit down with these lawyers, doctors, the mayor and everything, is there a common mindset you notice they all share or work ethic they all employ? Like, you know, all of them? Is there a common theme amongst them?
Their common thing is they follow rules. You know, see, a system of support is way stronger than a talented person that don't know their potential. So, like I said, I don't reach on an education level. I'm not on their criteria. I don't match them on those levels. But what I bring to the table, the way I think. So you got to know, like, if y'all remember The Wire, like, y'all remember when Stringer Bell and Avon, they was from the streets, they knew the streets, they had the money, but when they got in City Hall, them corporate dudes murdered them when it came to the contracts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So the doctors, the lawyers, they just play by the books. And the minute you support it by a system, you can always control anything that's coming in with just freedom or free talent or free thinking. So they just play by the books. They play by the books. And like I said, the minute you support it by a system, that's the power. You know what I mean? So that's why you got to know, criminal justice system, everything is a system. The minute you play in a system, laws and rules, that's the power. You know what I mean? Because look at all great men. All our great men, heroes, leaders, they all got destroyed by systems. They all got destroyed by power. You know, we get destroyed, we get locked up. Once you get locked up for 20 years, you're not that same innovative, energetic person you used to be. It's not the same brain once you get out 20 years later and that system wore you down. You know what I mean? So you got to understand. That's why I say Barack Obama, he playing in the system. He playing with rules and laws and concepts and barriers. You know what I mean? So that's really it. They play by the rules. And the thing is, not to really go in there and try to force the way you think. You got to learn how they think. Because that's where the power lies. You know what I mean? And it ain't about being the best. You know what I mean? Because people with money don't look at money the same way. Because once you got money and I got money, we ain't really trying to rob each other or steal from each other. Now we need new ideas to make money. You know what I mean? Because you got to look at, where was Facebook 20 years ago? Facebook was in a baby's head. So however old Mark Zuckerberg was, Facebook was an idea in his head. You know what I mean? So Loaded Lux battle raps and these your ideas are in your head. You know what I mean? So URL and Undeniable, all the brand is in your head. Angry Fan, the movement was in your head 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So the millionaire and the billionaire and the lawyer and the doctor, they investing in the idea. The idea is where tomorrow's money gonna come from.
Man.
You know what I mean? So that's what really counts. You know, the ideas, and like how a battle rapper could get on stage and say a line, and now that line become a T-shirt. That T-shirt is now tangible. That T-shirt is now what can support you, and what can make it that it can make your life a little easier now, to where now life ain't so hard for you. Now, see, think about us. That, you know, and I'm not sure where everybody from. You know what I mean? But think about us when we come up in these urban communities. After you survive, you still got to make it. You know, after you don't get shot, murdered, robbed, stabbed, killed, now you still got to pay bills. But imagine being you without trying to survive. So imagine Loaded Lux. Imagine Loaded Lux where he could think free and just write.
That's true.
Without the struggle. And so sometimes the struggle will motivate you, and sometimes that's why when rappers get on and they get successful, they lose the hunger, because a lot of times, you know, you look at your struggle, and like I said, your struggle is lucrative. Your struggle is the most important foundation to your success. You know what I mean? 'Cause if you look at your struggle, like if it was something you had to pay for, your struggle will be expensive, but we don't look at it like that.
Wow. Man, everyone told me to upload you tonight, they saying.
Tonight?
They saying, yo, stop playing, you need to upload this tonight. Man,
man, like I said, definitely make sure, man, like I said, I need you to put my little man in your group, man. But if you think I'm saying something, man, you listen to this little dude. He mixed with me, but with the books and everything. Like I said, like, check out that interview. I'll text it to you when we get off the phone. Like my little man and just the little kids I'm working with. And like my whole thing now, like I said, when I was creating Undeniable TV, I wanted a platform, and I wanted a platform to help other platforms. So this is why, you know, shout out to Holly, shout out to Twiz, I wanted to empower people. 15 minutes of fame. Like when I met them, I just pretty much gave them my whole notebook. Yo, here go this person number, here go this person number. The thing about us, I think I threw people off because I wasn't trying to compete with them, and I was trying to empower them. So I was meeting people that wanted to compete with me when I was trying to empower them. And my thing was never about competing with people. I just wanted to empower you. So, you know, that's the thing. That's the thing with us as people. You know what I mean? But the ideas I got now and the stuff I'm doing now is life changing. It's life changing and it's deep and it's crazy. You know what I mean? So a little bit of what Tyler Perry did for Atlanta. Like we got 3 facilities out here. We got 3 facilities. Like I said, I'm working with the mayor. You know, it's so much stuff going on and there's so much stuff I'm a part of. And at the same time I'm a part of it. Like I said, that vulnerability inside me, like, yo, damn, I'm a part of this. But, you know, I'm it's crazy at the same time because, you know, you can't really sit around and like, yo, why I think like this? You know what I mean? And you want other people to relate. You want other people to go, but they lack my experience and they lack those 2 worlds that bring me together, that allow me to get on Angry Fan Radio and then go right back to the mayor or go right back to this person or go right back to these people, that we all speak in the same language. You know, we all, you know, I get in front of some of these people and they more, you know, gangster and hood than us. But, you know, they just speak a different world. They got a different language, and it's just merging the worlds together. And that's when we truly build power. That's when we truly build infrastructure. Like I said, like what you do, man. Like I can see you, your own talk show. I see you, like, on so much, you know what I mean? Like, you powerful, man.
Yeah. My bad. I messed up. I said Iron Solomon. I thought I said Iron Sheik. Whatever. I'm tripping out. They killing me right now. We had Iron Sheik. Yo, this I'm gonna do with you, Dad.
Shout out to Iron Sheik. Like we built a couple times. You know what I mean?
That's what I thought I said was Iron Sheik. I know I said Iron Solomon.
That's what I was telling you. You said Iron Solomon.
This what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a voice disguiser, so we don't even know it's Dash when he calls up. You know what I'm saying? So we can give him good 3 hours to rock. Like calling him.
Nah, you crazy. Nah, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that because, like I said, like I know a lot of times, you know, a lot of people look at me funny, you know, because I knew when the shady stuff was going on, and a lot of things, and people may look at me funny because they like, yo, I think I'm too good to come to this event and do this. It's never none of that, you know what I mean? It's just I'm not. If you look at Paid in Full, like I don't like the light, man. Like I remember, like if you remember the first couple battles. Like when Miles said, shot more Jersey niggas than Dashliving, and with all of this stuff, like I'll be in them rooms and I'll be hiding in the back somewhere. You know what I mean? Like nobody know who I am, and I'm like, damn, it's 3,000 people in here, and they all know me. Like that stuff make me crazy. Like, you know what I mean? I just want to sit in the back and I just want to be low. So you got other people, they want that fame, they want to jump on stage, but that ain't my thing, man. I think I want to stay in the cut. I want to chill. You know what I mean? And that's the crazy part about my low, man. My son, you know, he met Dr. Phil. You know, he been on CBS News, and like it's crazy now because now it's gonna happen all over again, and I'm gonna be known. You know, but it is what it is. You know, you can't run from it.
Wow, he went on about the Phil and all that. Jesus. Hey, Dash, I'm getting you back up at ASAP, bro. I'm about to upload this immediately, man.
Let me, like, whenever, man. Like I said, I'm up here, man. And like I said, it ain't always got to be political. And like, however I can help, you know, the young up and coming battle rappers just to understand how to push their brand and just anything. Like, you know, it is what it is. I can't do nothing with it. You know what I mean? But I help them however. Yeah.
I'm definitely about to holler at you too. Text me your son the blog right now.
All right,
so I got you. I'm gonna put it on Twitter too.
Got you.
All right.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all. No, I appreciate y'all, man.
All right, that's what it is, man. Salute, man.
All right.
Nigga fan 007. What up? You good? I'm alive, I'm breathing. Shot this shit. What up, nigga? Shot this shit. What up, nigga? Fucking head, man.